What are my thoughts on the black pill?
I think the black pill in theory has some validity, right? Men who are shorter, for example, like myself, struggle a little bit more. If you are not inherently physically attractive, you will struggle a little bit more. If you are 6'4" and chiseled and jacked and look like Henry Cavill from The Witcher, I think it's going to be easier for women to initially receive you. The problem is black pill takes some of those truths and really makes them dogma and says, okay, if you are 5'7", for example, or 5'6", you're screwed in the dating market forever. And that's just not true, man. Women are attracted to so much more than inherent looks. And you could see this anywhere. Like, I have experiments with guys that I say, go to a major city, walk around for 2 hours and see all the women with guys that you think are not traditionally attractive, or you might even think you're more attractive, and you'll find plenty of examples. So things like personality, confidence, leadership, flirtation, sense of humor, assertiveness, grooming, style, all these values and things that you can add to the bigger piece of the puzzle that makes you attractive as a man. Of course, physical looks plays a little bit of a role, but it's just not the end all be all for women like it is for us as guys. Like, guys are way more judgmental on looks than women for choosing a partner. So the problem is the black pill has some truths. Hey, you should understand that there is going to be some limitations. For example, we know race plays a limitation in online dating. Like, if you're white, you have it easier in online dating than other races. But even if that only affects, let's say, 20% of your possibilities, that just might mean you need to talk to one more woman out of 5. And really, I think, if you're talking to a 19-year-old woman all the time who doesn't really know herself and maybe all she cares about is looks and just like the hottest, coolest guy around, sure. But many women, once they're in their 20s and 30s and so forth and have dated, they're looking for the whole picture. So I think the biggest downfall of the black pill for me is guys making it absolute and then just giving up, when the truth is they just don't want to put in a lot of the hard work. I was fat my whole life, and I am short, and I am a nerd, and I worked really fucking hard to become more attractive and learn how to date women. I upped my style, I got a cooler haircut, I learned how to groom myself, I worked out, I built my social skills and my personality and confidence, and now I don't feel like I have a problem dating or meeting women or finding romantic connection. Of course, some women are going to eliminate me because maybe I'm not their type, but that's far and few between. And even for one last example, a lot of black pill guys are like, oh, height is everything. Most of the women I've dated have been my height or taller, including my wife. I've dated women that are 5'8", and when they wear heels, they're a lot taller than me. So I think a lot of it's in your head. Realize there are some real limitations in life, but they are not absolute, and you can move past them, and that's the most important thing. In 14 years of coaching, I've never, and I mean this sincerely, I've never met a guy who wants to put in the work to improve himself, to build his confidence, to work on himself, not just for women, but to really work on himself, that hasn't been able to attract women that they're interested in. Like, never. The only people who don't are those who believe I'm screwed forever, those who give up soon, those who don't really want to put in the work and make excuses for it. That's really when they don't see the results. It's not like other things in life where you could say, okay, getting a great job, there's so many luck sides of things to it. If you walk up to a woman and you know how to talk to them and you're interesting and you're self-confident, those things are under your control, and those things will largely dictate your results. The other thing I would say is I tend to find a lot of red pill, black pill guys just consume way too much content about it. And again, if you put all that time, like if you calculated all the hours that you've read black pill content or watched black pill content, maybe not you, but in general, guys that are into those things, and you said, okay, maybe I've watched 1,000 hours over the last year or two on this stuff. If you actually went out and talked to women and practiced and gained experience and exposure, you would be incredible. And that's, I think, really true. And so I'd say, like, where are you spending your time? Is it helpful? Realize a few truths to it, but don't make them absolute, and actually use your time wisely. Same thing with the red pill, like the black pill. Lots of great truth. Be assertive, work on your body, have some drive and ambition, respect yourself, be willing to show your sexual intentions to somebody, have boundaries. All that's great. But I think there's always an extreme where guys obsess about it, and then they think that they need to always be like super alpha or over the top, or they need to, like, never settle down with a woman if they want to, because women are always going to find the next best thing. That shit's not true at all. It just drives you crazy, man. I used to be a little bit like that when I was in pickup, where I'd be like, I'm just going to date around forever, and that's what I want, and women just want to date around as well. And I think like attracts like. If you believe that all women are shallow and only want one type of dude and are only going to respond to one type of thing, then you attract those type of people. And the truth is, there are lots of beautiful women with a wide spectrum of personalities, and they they do not fall into this box. If you like chase the IG influencer woman who's really obsessed with social metrics and how many likes and follows she gets, she's probably going to be somebody who likes more of those things and doesn't, I can't judge them wholly, but is less likely to care about the more meaningful sides of a connection or personality or whatever, and instead care more about the vanity metrics of things. And I think stuff like the red pill dismisses a lot of the intellect and heart and warmth and personality of great women. And I've met tons and tons and tons and tons. I will repeat that over and over and over. Beautiful women that will not just look at the shiniest thing in the room, but will actually be like, cool, what's this guy's values? What is he like? And actually think a layer deeper. So be careful with what you consume is what I'd say.
Want to know why you shouldn't take the red pill either? Then check out my video here where I react to YouTuber Hamza's video, Red Pill YouTubers Are Traumatized. And they are.